While the dynasty of Penn State wrestling lives on, the Big Red took home a second-place finish in Kansas City this weekend, which included another individual national championship from Vito Araja. But can I just take a second to complain about Penn State wrestling? I don't know what they're feeding the Nittany Lions in State College, but the NCAA might need to break them up like Standard Oil in 1911, because 11 national championships in 13 years doesn't seem quite fair. Anyways, Vito got to put on the second ring of his college career in the 157-pound weight division. This makes him the fourth wrestler in Big Red history to collect 2 national championships in his time at the college. Parallel to the 4 years of dominance that Vito has had is women's hockey captain Izzy Daniel. As of just this week, your reigning Patty Kazmaier Award winner from Cornell is Izzy. This award recognizes the women's hockey player who demonstrates outstanding play, sportsmanship, and a love for the sport of hockey. On top of her elite stats being top of the charts in everything offensively across the board, Izzy is a fantastic leader. You want to know what's great? The Big Red are known for their programs inline a rink, and it wasn't limited to this week. For the first time in 14 years, men's hockey took the ECAC championship and punched their automatic bid to the NCAA playoffs. In their first-round matchup, they'll see University of Maine on Thursday, which, guys, that's going to be interesting because, of course, March Madness is going on, and the Sweet 16 is starting Thursday, and with so much in one afternoon, I'm going to have to balance watching 4 college hockey games and 4 more college basketball games. I guess that's what makes March so great, and I will say it's been pretty fantastic so far. Being from Connecticut, I'm feeling pretty good about where the Huskies are on both sides right now, but we've got some exciting matchups coming up all around. On Thursday, Iowa State, Illinois is stacking up to be a thriller. While on Friday, you're going to want to watch out for the DJ Burns-led NC State against Marquette and 2-seeded Tennessee against 3-seeded Creighton. It's going to be a great weekend in the world of sports. I'm so excited for it. But for now, I'm Devon Jarvis. Let's send it back to you guys at the desk. And just like that, Schaefer's squad entered yesterday's ECAC championship game 1 win away from bringing home the White Law Cup back to the East Hill. Let's throw it to Lake Placid, New York for the ECAC championship. Cornell and St. Lawrence squaring off, and they got things started early. Just 6 into it, find themselves at the doorstep, and a backhanded chip shot to draw first blood. Castagna getting his first of the playoffs, but the train from the East Hill is just getting going. Kemp now from the blue line gonna fire, but on the loose puck, Cornell looks to double their damage. 15 left to go in the second period, and the first-year Castagna once again getting it, and the Big Red lead at 2 until this. Cameron Buell going down, sets, and scores. A snipe after the nets were dry for 20 minutes brings the Saints back into it in the third period, but the Cornell defense held on strong under 2 minutes to go. And O'Leary, a backhand off the post, can't find it, but just 1 minute later, Bancroft in front of his own net goes cross ice with it, just barely wide, but who's there? O'Leary to clean things up. Advanced to the 3-1 lead, gets his second try to go, and the Big Red tasting victory on the ice of miracles. A 3-1 lead as the clock expires, and the ECAC championship is coming right back to Ithaca, New York for the first time in 14 years. Cornell 3, St. Lawrence 1, and the Big Red are tournament bound. Rightfully so, Jonathan Castagna was named the game's MVP as part of his 2-goal performance in it, and he's now also the first Big Red player since 2007 with 25 points in his freshman season. On the defensive side, the star goalie Ian Shane made 31 saves in the victory as the junior goaltender secured his 48th collegiate win.
Thanks, guys. So awesome to have Clarkson here in Benlight, and what's great is that the connection between these two teams goes deeper than you might think. Coach Raymond of Ithaca and Coach Dobbs of Clarkson actually both served as assistants to the men's basketball team and the softball team at Ithaca here in the early 2000s and late 90s. So I had to ask Coach Dobbs, what are you most looking forward to coming back to Ithaca? Hasn't been here at all as a head coach. He told me the answer that I think most would give, and that's Wegmans. So he's going to come here, play a game, grab some groceries, and be on his merry ways. Back up to you guys. A great quarter for the Bombers, and that's all without one of their best players, Annabella Iorio. and she usually plays the down low for the Bombers, gets those second chance points and rebounds if they need it. But you might be asking, where is she right now? Well, look out west to Las Vegas. She is with the Ithaca sports management team for the Super Bowl. She's learning what it's like to be in the sports management industry, as well as anything they need to set up the game. Great to have her out there, and I'm sure as long as the Bombers are winning, she's having a great time out in Sin City. With Clarkson in town, I was able to talk with Coach Sherry Dobbs about the story that his team has had so far this year. And a big point of emphasis that he brought up was the factor of injuries. And looking at his team, they only have a 9-man rotation. So when it comes to practices and 5v5s, they've got to fill that extra spot. Who fills that spot? None other than Coach Sherry Dobbs. And when it comes to his NBA comparison, I had to ask him, who is it for him? And he went with a smooth Chris Paul, an occasional mid-range jumper, but he loves to assist and help out the girls.
Back here on Bomber Radio Network, I'm Devon Jarvis alongside Eli Fishman in the Hill Center on Ithaca College's campus. And the Bombers with a stellar third quarter, outmatching the RIT Tigers 16-7 and finishing the quarter with a 9-0 run. They command a 16-point lead right now and are looking to keep that total as just 10 minutes are left to play. And Junie Dixon to kick things off, ready to go as she'll swing it around between Yorio and Coffey, back up to Watkins, the big duo on the court. Underneath for Watkins, far post, she fires right side. This one taps the rim twice and will go in the direction of the Bombers as it falls out of bounds. Pearson tries for it on the rebound. And Eli, what a third quarter we saw from the Bombers to close that out.
Dominance in a 9-0 run for Ithaca, but particularly a 9-0 run for Junie Dixon. 18 points right now.
She stepped it up in the third quarter as Polche fires from deep. This one off the back iron, and Pearson finally corrals, getting her first rebound on those last 3 attempts that went the other way. And 60-44 your score as the first possession of the fourth quarter is here for the RIT Tigers. McGugan is called with a stoppage of play as a foul against Annabella Yorio off the ball. And that'll be her 4th of the night. McGugan under the basket, far side. She'll find an open DePaula. Left wing, get that one. No, she doesn't. And Polche swinging around the other side. She'll step inside, driving fast down Broadway, up off the glass. This one no good as Yorio fights for it and resets outside with Junie Dixon, who hasn't missed any shots in her last 4 attempts. Behind the back dribble, yo-yoing at the top of the key. Steps inside, back up on the elbow. She fires anyway. This one, cash! Junie Dixon can't be stopped. 11 straight points for the Bombers and 11 straight from Junie Dixon. Wait on the right wing. Cross court, stolen by Dixon. Fast break the other way. McGugan on the defense. She goes off the glass, fouled. And her first miss is off a foul, but she cannot be stopped right now. Looking to make it 13 straight at the charity stripe. Junie Dixon on fire.
It's exactly the kind of momentum you need if you're Ithaca. Dixon, who's rotated in with Ithaca ball set, and Polche is the point guard of this team. But right now, her specialty has just been getting out and running, using the speed to her advantage, and helps there, gets the steal, gets the foul. Her 4th steal of the game, that leads the Bombers.
She'll knock down the first to bring her total to 20 points. And what a game from Junie Dixon, who is letting it fly right now. The second one can't fall as the rebound is still on the ground, but McGugan finally corrals. A timeout on the side of Amy Reed. And a stretch of dominance for the Bombers that is notched 11 straight points in a scoreless run for the RIT Tigers. Only right here on WICB 91.7 Bomber Radio Network. I'm Devon Jarvis alongside Eli Fishman for the first round of the Liberty League playoffs that have so far went the Bombers' way. Looking at a 19-point lead right now and a dominant second and third quarter, but they're looking to keep the theme in the fourth. Maya Richardson on the inbound. We'll start here with Erin DePaula. And over for Waite, who's the shooting guard, but kind of has played that one, starting things and setting the table for the RIT Tigers. Swing it around for DePaula. She holds it on the left wing and swings it back around. Underneath for McGugan, and now Richardson outside. Left wing Waite. 8 on the shot clock. Drives inside, a floater. This one, mesh. Finds the back of the net. And an easy shot for her as she adds to her total of 13 to make it 15. Coffey, near side left wing. Swing it around the horn as it'll be far side for Ithaca Balsetta. And now for Dixon. Left wing Coffey, just under 8 on the game clock. Ithaca Balsetta resets with 10 on the shot clock. Not much time to go. Wait on the defense. Drives down, looking for a shot from the far side elbow. That one money. And Ithaca Balsetta getting her 4th point of the game, finding production more recently tonight.